what's that? Out in space is a station with a T-Rex face. Firing lasers and playing games and killing all those herbivores. Out beyond the atmosphere, he's collecting stuff and striking fear. Come on board and grab a beer for gameplay vids and retro cheer. T-Rex Space Station.
Hi guys, Ben here from T-Rex Space Station. How's everyone doing? And welcome to this Shaky camera vlog. This is going to be a video response to a question by Grubgun that's been doing the rounds. And essentially the idea is to justify your collection. Because I guess a lot of us post videos, doing pickups videos and talking about bits and bobs that we've picked up over the years. But sometimes we don't take stock and kind of speak about why we bought certain games, or even why we collect in general, why we have all of these shelves stocked full of video games. And this is an interesting concept, I think, and certainly I've been thinking about this a bit when I've been watching some of the pickups videos that you see doing the rounds. You see lots of pickups videos where people are buying huge numbers of kind of charity shop stuff, and some of the games may be like games I would consider to be not all that interesting, and just, well, it's about whether it's interesting to you at the end of the day. But sometimes I kind of have gone out and bought all sorts of stuff because you get that impulse to buy things and talk about them, and then after a while I've been like, actually, why did I do that? Did I need to do that? And so justifying your collection is probably a good thing to do sometimes, because maybe it's just part of the process of analysing what you have and deciding where you're going with it and whether you need to clear some stuff out maybe. So why do I have all these bloody video games? A big part of it obviously is nostalgia. I think I'm a person that lives in the past a bit too much sometimes. One could call me a bit absent. I'm very rarely in the present. I'm mostly either in the past, thinking about great times from my past and my childhood, or I'm worrying about things from the future. So maybe all these video games are part of this problem I have with constantly looking backwards. Those halcyon days when I was a kid, and trying to recreate that fun that I had and recreate that good time that I had back in the day. My happiest days were back when I was younger, playing video games on Mega Drive games after getting home from primary school, collecting CVG magazine, playing video games in the summer holidays at my nana's house, taking my PS1 round, playing my Game Boy, which I got for Christmas. And I don't know, I've said this before, but I do find modern life to be very difficult. I've had a lot of problems with anxiety and stress, tiredness, being withdrawn, being introverted, struggling to come to terms with things in life, the demands on me. I have a very high stress job, and but I'm also a very creative person, and I've got a good imagination. So basically I escape on the weekends, and after work I escape into different worlds. A big part of that is reading. I read loads of Terry Pratchett books, use that to imagine a different life and a different place, different time. But video games are the other way of doing that, really. So I go elsewhere. I go elsewhere in my head. I've never been one that really needs a lot of holidays because, well, to me I just have holidays in my head. I can very happily entertain myself going to another world in a video game. Don't need to do much else other than that. So a big part of it is just justifying it is because I want to escape. That's basically it. I want to escape. When I first started working, I was working really bloody hard, very long hours, and you got to spend your money on something. Everyone has a hobby, and for me, this has always been the big hobby for me. The thing that really is a passion for me. It keeps me ticking over. Keeps me going, it keeps me interested. Gave me something to do and meet up with people, so there's a big social element to it. Now, I guess you could look at certain systems and say, why do I have so many games for that system? I mean, the Wii is a big one that I've got loads of games for, and that was a system that I got for my 21st birthday, and it was a big punt for me because I hadn't really been into the Nintendo stuff. Apart from the handheld stuff, I hadn't had any GameCubes, I hadn't had any NES or SNES, any of that, and I wasn't sure about this new system, but I gave it a try, and it was a system that was the underdog for a while, and it became this kind of passion for me to support the underdog. Luckily, in the case of the Wii, it paid off and it ended up with a really good library, but there were times when I regretted it. But now I look back on it as being the system that was a bolt in the blue, or something different for me, and one that I remember representing my mid-20s, mid to late 20s even. So it kind of became a really fun system to collect for, because it felt like the underdog, because the titles were kind of odd on it, and it was like supporting the system that may have not made it, and it did. It was a success in the end. And it's really cheap. So, actually at the end of the day, it's easy to justify video game collecting, because even though I have shelf after shelf of video games, this stuff is not worth that much money. Not really. I haven't spent crazy amounts of money. If your hobby is cars, or if your hobby is antiques or something like that, you could spend thousands and thousands of pounds. I would think if you added up all this stuff, it would be £2,000 maximum, probably less. That's not such a big deal, is it? Though interestingly, the prices seem to be going up a lot. I looked at some of the Mega Drive games that I've got now on eBay, things like Gunstar Heroes. Seems to be 20 quid more expensive than back when I started my collection, and I only started this stuff, what was it, about 5 or 6 years ago. So I don't really need to justify it other than it's nostalgia, it's escapism, it's fun, and it gives me something to do, to focus on. Because my mind is full of anxiety and stress, and this possibly quite inane, childlike thing is a way of me escaping from all that, going somewhere, doing something, and I really like it. It's a portal. It's a portal that takes me back to my past, to my childhood. And also the other big justification is you guys keep me interested in this stuff because it's fun talking to you all about it. So on that note, take care, and I'll speak to you all soon. Bye.